Cody "No Love" Garbrandt is in a rough patch in his mixed martial arts career. The former bantamweight champion, once thought to be the next big crossover star after dismantling Dominic Cruz to win the title and improve to an undefeated pro record of 11-0, is now on a run of 1-5 since that sparkling night in late 2016, having been finished in 4 of those 5 defeats. Fighters in this position commonly try one of 2 options to kickstart a career rejuvenation: switching camp or changing weight division. Garbrandt has already tried both, finding little success in either. After losing consecutive title fights to former friend and longtime team alpha male training partner TJ Dillashaw and subsequently being finished by Pedro Munhoz in his comeback fight, Cody turned to renowned coach Mark Henry in his first attempt at shaking things up. This initially seemed to pay dividends, with their first training camp ending with a TKO finish of Rafael Asuncao at UFC 250, in which the former champion displayed a new counter-striking style. This was followed up, though, by a very one-sided unanimous decision defeat to Rob Font in May 2021, with Garbrandt looking uncertain of how to deal with Font's jab and increasingly uncomfortable as the fight progressed. This latest setback led to the change, as mentioned above, in weight class, with Cody dropping to flyweight to face the number 6 ranked Kai Kara-France at UFC 269. Again, he came out patiently, looking to counter and pick his openings, but was dropped with a thunderous right overhand halfway through the first round and was finished by follow-up strikes soon afterward. Why fights are won and lost is often unclear to people outside the inner circle of those involved. However, we can speculate on the reasons at least. First is that although Mark Henry is unquestionably a fantastic coach, his vision for Garbrandt's future did not mesh well with the fighter's style. Turning an instinctive pressure-based knockout artist into a calculating back-foot counter-striker seems to have been asking him to go too far against the grain, and, notably, the two stopped working together back in 2021. In addition, moving down a weight class when your chin has already been found wanting at your current one is also rarely a good idea. Fighters usually make this cut by removing water weight, much of which comes from the skull, and this has a notable effect on their ability to take damage. After TKO stoppages at the hands of Munhoz and twice to Dillashaw, dropping to flyweight seems in hindsight to have been a risk not worth taking, especially when you consider he was initially due to do so against one of the sport's most terrifying finishers, Deiveson Figueiredo. MMA, however, is a sport in which defeat is never final, with recent UFC champions Rafael dos Anjos, Michael Bisping, Jan Blachowicz, and Charles Oliveira proving a run of losses in your past is no barricade to future success. Still only 31 years old, Garbrandt will be looking to turn the corner on his recent lousy form and show that he can add his name to that list. To do so, he has changed camp again, moving to Extreme Couture in Las Vegas under the very highly regarded head coach Eric Nixick, who seems on paper to be a better stylistic fit for his existing skill set. He gets his opportunity to prove that he is still a force to be reckoned with in the UFC Bantamweight division against Trevin Jones at UFC 285.